delivering great exclusive games for you that ship on platforms where Game Pass exists.
Big shout out to Philly S for joining the show. Real Deal Xbox podcast every single Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. If you're here on this channel, you know that. Thank you very much. For those of you here, you are the guys that really, really power the show, make it what it is. We do appreciate it. Hit the like button, shout out with the buddy of twos. We do get into some introductions, some shout outs, and of course, some really cool topics, man. Mike's been dropping some stuff lately. Chat, let us know if the audio is coming through great. Obviously, we're making changes all the time. We'll test it out with the first introduction. Fonzarelli, how you been, brother?
I've been good, man. It's great to be here Tuesday. I just put out a video today on Starfield, and then Starfield drops another update video. So that just means more videos coming from me because we're in this game. I'm excited for this game. Yeah, we're going to get into that.
They looked over and said, oh, fuck, Fonz dropped a video. Drop ours fast.
Drop it. Yeah, DEFCON 5. Yeah, let's go.
Hey, D-Batch, how you been, brother?
I'm good, man. I got to say, I've been really enjoying gaming. I've been like killing it on Halo. I've actually picked up my Switch. Like this season in particular is a great season to be gaming, but we got some great topics today, so let's get on with the show.
I love seeing the chat. All these guys, all the channel members, everyone who's there every week, man. Tryhard, Spider-Man 365, Hard Geek, Boss Mod, Lethal Papa, Tryhard. I already said Tryhard, but Tryhard fan again. Then we got Jose. Shout out to your brother Nix, Pong Souls, Splendiferous, as well as Acute Perspective, Ashtray Gaming, Assplay Gaming, and so many more. So thank you guys for powering the show. Shut up, Zocker. As we do get into some more introductions, Zocker, how you been?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Playing a lot of games. I just actually finished some Halo. I think it was like at lunchtime. I was playing a bunch, and yeah, I just had a long day at work. Then at lunch, I was like, F everybody. I'm going to go play some Halo for like 30 minutes.
In the boiler room?
I got my ass kicked. I ain't going to lie. Got my ass kicked in the... I hate Capture the Flag, bro. I hate it.
Yeah, you and Gaz was getting on yesterday, too.
Yeah, we're having a lot of fun, though. And then it was good, though. Then Gaz was getting owned later, and then I kind of caught on and was doing all right.
Oh, come on. There's no witnesses to that. Hey, we've also got xCloud Toon Dog, brother. How you been?
Good, man. Been playing Halo like the rest of the people here. Really enjoying it. Very busy, working hard, working a lot of overtime. So it's rough time of the year. You gotta work hard, and I've been working like every day. So any free time that I've got, I played Halo, and I'm very happy. So we're gonna have a good show. It's a positive week once again for Xbox.
It is. And for those wondering, let me know how this footage is coming across, by the way. This is Shadow of the Tomb Raider. It's XS enhanced, and I think it looks phenomenal. Even runs to 60 frames on the S even. I was testing out on that. So if you haven't played Shadow, definitely go back. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition to 60 frames now. It's got auto HDR. Like, it looks really good, man. So if you guys haven't played these games, there's never been a better time. And that's the thing about Xbox. Your games live and they come forward with you on the ecosystem that, just keeps kind of bringing things back, adding value as time goes. That's my sales pitch for Back and Pat, but it's paying off big with a lot of, my 700 games or whatever, Chess. So let us know how many games you got. Thanks for chilling with us tonight. We do appreciate it. I know a lot of you guys are playing Halo. You're out with family. You're doing your thing. Thanks for everyone checking us out. You guys are awesome. Again, share it out. Hit the like button as we do. We'll get into some shout outs from my patron tier. These guys are awesome. And I will be making more videos this week for those that are messaging me about that. Do appreciate it. We got Ruben Almighty. Shout out to you. Terrific Straight G11. We've also got Dave Incubus, Ricky Pilon, Faultlines, Not Silik, Bad Boy Live, Achievement, Nano, Polymath, Zordans, Costanza, KY Bob, Goose 84-2, Starhack Khalifa, Assassin Lupa, Foreign Object, Gab Quiz, Teo, John Blue, Vec Boss, X, Real Deal Neil, X, right, by the way. I saw your invite to Battlefield. I accepted it, and you were gone. So you got to give me more than 10 seconds, man. I got to turn, I'm a little slow here. So X, do appreciate it, brother. Shoot me a party invite sometime. Real Deal No, Suicide King, Tessa Genie, Michael Bowen, Guillermo Cavillo, All Might, Dark Sea Meth, Alfonso Hogan. Shout out to all you guys. And of course, that list does update on the 5th of every month. If you don't know, I will be updating it soon. So shout out to the patrons in the shout out tier. Every patron's in the scroll. Black Friday. I want to start with this because, for one, I want to talk about what happened. And then secondly, I got in here on the topics list. What's it say, Zucker? That says dumb takes. We're going to go over some dumb takes. Yep. A few dumb takes from people that are upset because Xbox is taking the holidays and of course.
Yeah.
We're gonna settle with these dumb takes. Settle to get a console. Idiots, dude.
Yeah, I'm settling.
Oh, they didn't know what version they were getting. They didn't know it wasn't the X.
Yeah, or some of them were saying they only bought the Series X and S because they thought it was Xbox One X and S, but they don't fucking sell Xbox One S, X and S's anymore. They're not on the shelves.
They
I
So-
didn't hear that one. I didn't hear that one, but holy cow, that's some good shit.
That's
right
what
there.
I call say it with me, dumb take. Series S dominated. Right now, of course, the excuses reign in. It's more available. It is more available. And guess what? That's part of Microsoft's plan because, as Tim has said multiple times,
Yeah.
it basically, if they make one Series S, it takes twice that much silicon if you're going to put it into a Series X. And they wanted volume this year, so they produced more Series S's. And their plan, their tactic here, it's a strategy after all, paid off. The
course.
Series S comes in number uno.
Hey, I was gonna do a video on this today, and I said, you know what? I'm just gonna, because I'm gonna rant. I said I'm just gonna save it for the podcast tonight. Like, first of all, like you said, it was a strategic thing for them to make the Xbox Series S cheaper and less capable than the Series X and S. I don't know. I'm sorry, and PlayStation 5. I don't know why people act like they're dumb. On the PC market, we got a 3060, a 3060 Ti, 3070, 3080, etc. Now, they're all the same architecture. They're all next generation, but they're for different tiers. Now, the Xbox Series S is for the budget-oriented consumer, as well for the mom that wants to buy their kid an Xbox console that's more affordable compared to its bigger brothers. It's still a damn next-generation console. It's RDNA 2. It has HDMI 2.1, all the features. It has a NVMe SSD. You couple that with freaking Game Pass. It's like an unbelievable bargain.
Yeah.
It's just a no-brainer, and it just grinds my gears. Yes, of course, it was the more available console because
It was built to be that way.
It's designed that way. And people saying, oh, there was no X's out or there was no Series S's out. I monitor all the stocks in North America. So I saw everything that came into the retailers as I tweeted it out. And there were Xbox Series X's, S's, PS5s, even Halo Infinite Xboxes were available Black Friday and Cyber Monday. Yeah, they sell out a little bit quicker, obviously, because the demand is higher. But once again, the Series S was designed just for an occasion like this.
Yep.
So don't be acting all stupid and brand new. Like, this is
Brand
by
new?
design.
Is that what did you say? Brand new?
Brand new.
They just came into the world, man. Like, they don't know anything.
Oh,
Listen,
I like that.
It was designed to be like this. It's selling the way they wanted to sell. It's a easy way or the cheapest way to get into the ecosystem, and just give credit where credit is due. You're not invested in the ecosystem anyway, so why do you give a damn? Do you own stock? It's like I'm sorry, I just get so annoyed.
Damn,
Even
he is going in.
He's really going in on this shit.
even with the damn tweets, like, oh, I know we're gonna get into that a little bit later on, but a certain person that has red panties, they're tweeting, and I gotta be honest too. I'm really,
All right, D-Batch, I want you to finish, right? I want to hear what you're saying.
A little bit.
But just we're gonna give you your time, right? I just want you to take a breath before your head explodes.
Motherfucker said red panties.
All right, so you're saying, and two, by the way, D, this is another thing they're saying. They're saying that people only got the Series S because they thought it was an X, like moms did. I said, I'm pretty sure a mom of all people are
know
gonna
what it
know
is.
the difference between $300 and $500 fucking dollars.
yeah, definitely. Just give Microsoft credit where it's due. Let them enjoy their success. Stop tweeting out nonsense, statistics of 6 a.m. in the morning in freaking Germany or something and say, oh, nobody's playing Halo. Like, Halo's doing good, Forza's doing good, Xbox is doing good. And you know what? This is the season for Xbox. Be mad at the console that you're championing at those guys over there and say, why didn't you provide anything for us this holiday season? That's where your real anger and energy should be going. Sorry, I'm done.
I'm not even sure those people really even play games, D, so that might be why
It's
they
ridiculous.
Well,
don't. Yeah, go ahead, Tim.
no, you guys are 100% correct. What you guys just said is, especially dealer with what you're talking about, 2-to-1 silicone. They listen. They looked into it and they weren't decided until the very end. But I think the prevailing thing that they kept saying was, we want people to play Halo. We don't want them to be going to a place that you can't buy it. So basically, they said, we'll, mass produce the S, and we'll have X's around, but we're prioritizing the S. And it paid off. It was a smart move. And you had the games, Forza and Halo's amazing, and you had the price. So it's like you have those two things, and you could buy a TV for $300 and you can match them up, and that's an unbelievable Christmas present. Think about it.
Mm-hmm. That's super facts that I want the chat to think about.
Well, the thing too is that I obviously I made a video about this because I'm a trash bag. But the video I said that the console is meant to be kind of like what the Switch did, right? Become that companion console. So people that have like a PlayStation or people that have whatever they have, they can look at that buy-in at $300 and it's very like doable. Like they're not sitting there looking at $500 plus $70 a game. Like all you're looking at is $300, and then it comes probably with like 2 weeks of Game Pass, so you can look into it. And the one thing I talked about in like a tweet and in my video is the one thing that people are not looking at is, yeah, the console is doing well, but to me, it more has to do with Xbox completely dominating the gaming market in the holiday season. Because Forza came out, Halo's come out, like all these massive games are coming. And that's all it is. So people are seeing these games and they want to play them. How are you going to play them? Oh, you got to get a Series S or you got to get this. And that's what it's going to do. It's going to bring people to come into the ecosystem at a low price and maybe not have Xbox be their main part of, their gaming. It's going to be a companion console like the Switch was. And if we look at how successful the Switch was, that's a pretty damn good plan to do. And then who knows, maybe you convert somebody to be in the Xbox ecosystem permanently. So that's the way I saw it. And that's why it was so like it was just out there because Xbox has been on everybody's mind for the last like 5 months. Every game's come out every month. I mean, look at it. Look at like even this month, right? People were like, "Well, Halo's in December, and we have these topic later." But look what Game Pass is getting. They're getting Aliens. They're getting the Gunk, and then there's other games coming to like Battle Sector, which is a Warhammer game that's coming. Like, there's so much going out there that you're kind of like, "What the hell is going on?" Yeah. Like, there's so much to play, and that's why people are going there. That's why people are buying this. Well, that's the whole point.
Let me give a shout out to a couple guys in the super chat here. Shout out to everyone who supports the show. Nanopolynice says, "Get him, D." Heart emoji. And of course, Hargeet does say $10 super chat. Appreciate it, brother. He says, "I think it will be the trend. Series X PS5 is more upmarket, upscale. Series S is more general, good for kids. Not likely for people that maybe have a C1 OLED. In certain countries especially, can expand games, especially with Game Pass super facts." Now, even if you do have an OLED, they made sure that your Series S supports the VRR. It supports all of these features that the Series S support, the X supports. So that's the cool thing about it. I've got a Series S in the bedroom, and on a 65-inch OLED, and I'll tell you, the games still look remarkable in that thing. I'm very impressed by the price of that thing.
And I'll say this as well: the Series S, even though it's 1080p and 1440p, and let's say some of the games are 1080p on an OLED. It's a huge difference on clarity. Like just on my OLED Switch alone, it's the same specs, but just that screen alone makes the experience even better. So I say cap on that, man. The Series S is perfect for an OLED.
Everything is the bitch.
My son's not listening. I got him one for Christmas, so I got him a Series S.
Well, you call him a fuckface for not listening to the show.
Yeah. Well, we like to say fuck around here. He can,
Yeah, he'll enjoy. I don't know how old I don't know how exactly old which son you're talking about, but yeah. I mean, I think he'll be happy with it, Fonz.
Yeah, he will. He'll definitely be happy with it. He's not somebody who's really huge on resolutions. He's more of a frame guy, and I raised him right, dealer. So he'll be really happy with it. He's using the 1X right now, and he can't wait to upgrade. So it'll be a lot of fun for him.
God, this footage is like dark when it's dark. Like, it's hard to fix this, man. I don't know what's causing this issue with the captured footage, but it'll get better, guys. If you're watching, it'll get better when the footage lightens up a little bit. But Zachary, go ahead and wrap this up, and then we'll move on.
So one of the dumb takes I saw after it had that success, what Series S had, they said, well, the thing that was holding the Series S back was that it lacked this and that, and that it was holding stuff back. That was a take I actually saw, and I'm like, what the hell? Like, it's not cutting-edge technology. And I'm sitting there looking at how small the S is. Like, you could throw that shit like a football. And I'm like, this thing can freaking, like, this thing is so powerful. It does so much in like such a small, like, little compact, like, console. It's like, what the hell? How is
You're
this not cutting
100%
edge?
right about that, Soccer, because I had to open it up just to see the size of it because I've been hearing about it. And it's such the opposite of the reaction I got when I opened up the PS5 and was like, damn, that's a huge bitch, right? I opened this console up and it's so small. Like, you guys don't understand that footprint. If you haven't seen one in real life, it is tiny. The footprint is small.
Yeah, it's small.
That's right. Let me go ahead and move forward. We're still working on this footage in the background, trying to get it to come out as best as possible. But I do got to shout out to Dark CMF, $10 super chat. Shout out to you. He says Halo Infinite oh crap, another one popped up. Hang on. He says Halo Infinite digital code has been purchased. It's not been received yet though. Okay, that's what he's saying. It says sometime in the next week or two, it will be given away on RDX. So he's talking about Halo Infinite, the campaign, all that good stuff. He says hit the like button, share the link. Do appreciate it, Dark CMF. So Dark's the guy who gave away a $100 edition of Horizon 5 a week or two ago. Now he's giving away a Halo Infinite code. I get messages from people all the time wanting to give away games on the show. So if you want to give away a game on the podcast, just let me know. Put it in the chat, put it in the super chat, whatever, and we'll get it going. Face 23, Brooklyn, New York. He always supports the show. He does say PS5 at 13 million sold confirmed. Series consoles are estimated. There's your keywords there. So it kind of goes against the confirmed part. He says at around 8 million. Congratulations to the series, but Series S is readily available in stores. Yes, that's part of what their plan was with it. But he says in most major markets, most major reason it won Black Friday. So, yeah, like I said, that's what we started out with. It was built to do this. It was literally engineered to be a little Black Friday market beast.
And it's also not just the fact that they're readily available. It's also the fact that they are pretty cheap, too. That price is really good for what you're getting out of that console and what you're going to be getting when they do start using more of the advanced features and stuff. Got to wait for the tools, remember? Yeah, all that
remember. I want to move forward here. New topic. Black Friday. Went over what happened. Series S conquered the landscape. It was built to do this. It cost them basically one Series X for every two Series S they can put the silicone into. So they obviously went with what's going to cover volume this year. And we see the results. The dumb takes are the results, which we also covered. Everything from they were buying Xbox Ones and didn't know it, which they don't even sell anymore, all the way up to, they didn't have dinner that week. Who knows? Starfield, by the way, they did a big special video presentation on this, and I watched it, right? And there's a lot of cool stuff here, Fonz. You want to read these quotes?
Okay.
I think there's a lot here, man. They can't. There's something I want people to pay attention to. There's going to be a lot of hints in these quotes at what you can do. We're going to let you build out, the worlds, and our games don't end here, and all this stuff. So pay attention to that stuff.
They talked about things like they felt that like they underestimate how long people are going to play this game. It's going to be a huge, really huge, expansive game. You're going to be able to go to different planets and stuff. They said things like, we build this world that is sort of set up, and when we hand it off to the players, they're able to tell their own stories and make their own stories with tools. With what the tools that they provided them to build.
What's that say to you, though? What's that say to you?
It tells me that they're basically going to have a lot of different mechanics in this game, and that this is set up to where we are going to be fully immersed in this, in these worlds, I should say, because I think when people think of Bethesda games, they look at games, and Zocker, you mentioned this in your video today, how you're in basically a one world place or city, and it could be expansive, and you're exploring that entire city or place you're at, but you're taking it to different worlds, man. You're going to different planets. It's going to be so much more expansive, and they're saying it's going to be a huge game. They also said the ultimate exploration is what's out there, what's past Earth. It has more real science-based backing. It's about exploration. And that is really freaking, honestly, that quote right there says so much. And what I'm trying to talk about here, we're going to be able to just, really explore these worlds. Just imagine going to a different planet, meeting different alien races, species of animals or creatures, just different things you're going to have to come across. It's a universe.
Does it
Not
have
just the
multiplayer?
game,
Did they say anything about that?
I don't know if they said
No,
anything
I don't
about
think
no,
they
I
said
don't
it.
think they did.
They
This is a
didn't.
single player. No, they said in the beginning this is a single player narrative adventure.
You see
So-
you see the way he talks. Fonz talks about Starfield. Reminds me of when he talked about Cyberpunk, and that I think it's a test to the game. I'm very excited for it, but there's no doubt that like guys like Fonz are just gonna just eat this game up.
Yeah,
And
Tim, one other thing I do want to say about it that it's not written here, dealer, but one of the quotes that Todd Howard said was, you know how when you go into a world the first time, or like you were playing like the Oblivion the first time, when you came out of the sewers, you've seen the world and you were like, wow, this is what I'm going to get to explore. He said there is 2 moments in the game just like that.
Yeah, I almost
incredible.
wrote that down. There's 2 introduction moments where you come out of the vault, right? And there's 2 of those types of moments.
Yeah, I actually mentioned that in the video I made. Is I talked about that because that was the thing that he brought up. Like, and he kind of like seemed a little almost cocky about it. He was like, "We have 2 of those moments that people remember, right?" And so I kind of took a stab at it. I said, I think it's going to be like, right, you kind of come out, you see a world that you're on, if it's Earth or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
You're going to see that world and be like, whoa, this is really big. And you're going to feel like a Bethesda game. But then I think when you get your spaceship or when you get something where you can finally explore out, you're going to see how expansive space is, right? How many planets they have. And you're going to have that oh shit moment again. So that to me, this just looks like one of those games that they said they couldn't make before and now they can. So it was like kind of like a now or never thing. But the amount of detail and the amount of time they put into this, you can just see it. You can see that this is something massive, something big. And yeah, it's only going to be on Xbox and PC. And that's another thing that they kind of talked about a few weeks ago too, right? And it's going to be everything in here. They said it was completely new because it's the new creation engine. And they said that this is setting the foundation for not only this game, but the creation engine setting the foundation in Elder Scrolls. It's setting the foundation in the next Fallout.
Yeah.
It's setting that big foundation for this generation. And it just, I don't know, man, this game is just extremely exciting. It's not just the exploration. It's like we said, the different biomes we're going to be going into, the different. They said science. They said scientific. They said that's a big thing. So I think you're going to be playing a lot with gravity. You're going to be playing a lot. Like, to me, the first thing that came to my head was Inception. How you went to multiple different planets, how you flew around in that movie, and you're sitting there watching this stuff with the waves taking them out, how hours change, time changes. Like, they brought up scientific for a reason. To me,
believe in
with a lot of
science.
physics stuff. I believe in science and salvation and stuff.
They're pushing a lot about mechanics in this game too. Like, there's going to be a lot of new mechanics that they haven't really explored before at Bethesda.
Engineering is what they said. Engineering mechanics.
And the thing is, this game, Todd Howard also said Sony ain't getting this on Christmas next year.
What?
He said that. I don't know. He just came out and said that. No, for real. Go check it out.
Hang on. He said Sony ain't
troll.
getting this on Christmas next year.
He's trolling.
Yeah, that's what he said. That's what he said. So he said you got to get an Xbox.
I was like, that don't sound like Todd. Todd would say, I like 30 frames.
Todd said that, and he said
Interstellar, not Inception. My bad.
He said they can play, Skyrim Anniversary Edition. That's what he said. He said, go buy it now. But also, the thing that it really reminds me of is like a real No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
Okay, where you can go from planet to planet, but actually do a lot more on these planets than No Man's Sky lets you do. So that it really intrigues me. It really excites me because that was exciting for me with No Man's Sky, but then it just I didn't care for it. But it's a Bethesda single player narrative game, and I cannot wait. Yeah, cue the shitty flute of that song. Yeah.
I haven't had like the joy of planet exploration since like Mass Effect. So when I saw it today, I finally got hyped for the game. Like, I saw the game before. Yeah, it looked cool, but I wasn't, it wasn't like on my list. Oh my God, I got to get this game. But the way they described it today and the exploration and the sci-fi elements, and man, it's my type of game, man. I think this is going to be a huge, huge game. And if you think it's bad this holiday season, what Microsoft has, just wait till next year.
Yeah, definitely. We got to give a shout out to everybody.
Now.
We got to give a shout out to everybody watching this live, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, almost 1,000 of you already here. We do appreciate you a lot. You make the show what it is. Let's try to get close to 1,000 likes for the show. And again, let us know what you're playing. Let us know what you're excited for. Let us know if you watched the Starfield video today. where they did talk about, and I think they hinted at a lot of different things. They hinted at the fact that we're going to build these big worlds. They're going to live longer than we ever thought they would. And we're going to let you build out the rest of the stories and stuff like that, which some people might take a negative way. But if you look at historics here, there's nothing negative there. That just tells me it's like a continuance of a trend where their games build and live on through mods and creators.
And but also, I think it also tells you that there will be branching storylines. There will be some tough decisions you have to make. I mentioned this stuff in my video as well. I think that's what they're really getting at, is the fact that you're going to be doing so much in this game within the quest lines and stuff. Maybe you get to make your own story here, and you're going to have your own experience. And that is one thing I really love about these games from Bethesda. I mean, everything from Elder Scrolls to Fallout. I've been such a big fan of these games for so many years. This one is just so exciting. And I don't care. I hate all the naysayers out there that say you can't be excited for a game you don't know much about. Screw you. I do know the pedigree that Bethesda has when it comes to these types of games, and I'm excited, damn it.
It's the same people that were excited about Death Stranding. Most of them still don't know what the fuck the game is about when they played it.
Facts.
So, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Starfield looks fire. If anything, I mean, Tim, if anything, did you learn anything? Like, was anything new really confirmed here? Or would you have come away with something like, okay, that's a dimension of the game that I didn't really know about before?
No, from what I liked from it is how they said that they were wowed. So it seems like it's well on its way to be a Skyrim type experience, a la in space. And listen, as a gamer, that's what we ask for. Anything in space is great, and this type of game will lend itself to that. And I really feel like they got something special. And I think that Xbox thinks that they had something special, because I'm sure that was part of the thing when they saw that, when they bought Bethesda, that stuck with them. So, and I heard as much. So,
and Sony thought it was special because apparently they tried to lock it down.
Yeah, for a year.
And I just don't. I think that it's about. I think to me, it's all about like learning. I think that they didn't realize how big Skyrim was going to be. Like they keep mentioning, like Skyrim's been played for 10 years. Fallout's continuously being played. I mean, I just talked about how Steam has like 40 to 50,000 people playing Skyrim or whatever every day, like concurrent. Like that's something that I think Todd Howard, Bethesda kind of learned. And this is a game that they're going to implement that idea that people are going to be playing this game for years. It's not about like, oh, we're going to continuously give you update. No, they're just going to put it in the hands of the community like they always have. That's what Bethesda's done. That's what they've always done, is their community has fed them, right? Kind of like us, right? You guys power our show. We power their games. And that's what they're going to be doing in this. That's what I get from it, is that they're going to make it so accessible where we can create our own stories. And it's going to be something that is added into the game. That's what I got from it. That whole like create your own stuff. Like we might be able to create our own quests, or people will. I mean, people that we know in Bethesda have done that. They've even talked about that in the video. They
hiring
said that
the fans.
Hiring fans, that people that made complete side quests that span 10 hours with voice acting that got hired onto the team, or people that played Skyrim and were young and then now are, engineers working there. So it's like they've taken that and they've really honed in on making it about us, making it about the gamers and what we want to see in the world, what we want to experience. So I think that's pretty fucking cool. I think that's going to be something that's different. I think it's going to be very accessible, and I think it's going to be if not, like I said this in my video, I think it's going to be the biggest game of the generation. That's
a bold claim, Zaki.
I'm just saying, man. Like in 360, Skyrim is still being played. Fallout's massive. Like that's just what they do. They just make the biggest games, and only a few developers can even compete with them, right? Like that in my head.
Well,
and that's just what it is.
Even if you look at last generation, a lot of people put Skyrim on that pedestal. So it's just I agree with you, Zucker. But also on the flip side, you got to think about what this does for Microsoft. It's such a boon for Microsoft to get this game to be totally exclusive. Right? It's going to be really freaking beneficial to Microsoft, and it's just crazy to me that this game is owned by them. Like it still hasn't sunk into me that they own Bethesda. I know they do. We've heard it for years, but for over a year. But I'm sitting here and it still hasn't sunk in, and it's insane to me.
Let me grab a few of these, Zucker, before you come back. to this, and if you want, you can help me rattle.
I can help you out.
Yeah, I'll get
Which one do you want to
Brigadier.
start with?
I'll start at Brigadier. He does say, shout out to him too, Brigadier Blue. He does say, got my nephews a Series S for Christmas. It's a perfect gateway into next generation gaming, and even more so when it's paired with Game Pass. Can't wait to see them playing. That's an absolute fact. I thought about getting a few of those myself for some people. Tasteless Genie, member for 29 months, does say, just like Zalker's Baby Carrots RDX is crispy smooth. shout out to Tasteless Genie.
I got Don Otaku if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I got Don Otaku. This feels like it'll be the first RPG that can match what Mass Effect did, and BGS is this only studio that I feel can pull it off even better. I think, Bethesda Game Studios is, one of the best if not the best RPG creators in the world. And we'll see what they can do with this.
They're up there.
We also got Yonandi Quazada.
I'm reading Yodani's, okay? Yodani,
All right, you take it easy.
Start at the bottom, soccer. Look, Yodani for 10 months, he's been a member of the show. Shout out to him. He says, RDX, you're here for the gaming news and all the topics of discussion, but you stay for the Nacho Libre quotes, Nacho! And then, obviously, we got Hargeet. Shout out to him. He does say, now we don't get to see how many ponies are lurking here by seeing the dislikes. Is that active? That's active.
Yeah, I'm disliking it right now. It's not giving me my number I want.
Hey, look. This show's average like 97% like ratio. It's an A+, sir. So, I mean, just assume it don't get much worse,
bitch.
maybe.
I'm that 3%, bitch.
You're a bitch. You're a bitch, bitch.
Danny Passion Official says, another fire show. Hit the like button, chat. Thank you. And yeah, hit that like button. What the hell?
Shout out to Danny Passion and shout out to 1,000 people that are.
I forgot to hit that like button.
Shout out to 1,000 people that are watching live, guys. Hit the like button if you would. We do appreciate it. Tell a buddy or two about RDX podcast. As many people are here. There's so many that don't even have a clue that it exists. And we do appreciate all of you for doing what you do. But yeah, let's finish up with the Phil Spencer on Starfield, and then we can move forward.
Well, Phil said a few weeks ago, right? I think he talked about it. He said that to some extent, the reason why they bought, obviously Bethesda was because of the franchises like a Starfield, like this, to make it about Xbox. It's not taking away something from other people. It's just making Xbox something bigger. And he, the self-awareness is insane, right? Like he said, we were only cycling through maybe 3 or 4 franchises, right? Halo, Gears, and Forza. And if one of them didn't hit, then it's like, what are we doing? That's what he said. That's what Phil said. So now with Bethesda, they've expanded into so many big franchises, right? Like that's insane. And Starfield is going to be one of the first ones after Redfall that's going to start this whole Bethesda thing. So I think people need to be ready for when it starts kicking off, man.
Yeah, that's what we've been saying, right? It's going to be insane when all these games start dropping from their acquisition. Because man, so many studios, so many great games.
Yeah, Obsidian has a similar story too. That supposedly they saw one of the games Obsidian had. I think it was Avowed, and they were like, "Oh my god! Like this is just that was like something that really, helped purchase it. They really got behind the game. I heard.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's Avowed because it was one that wasn't in production. Like it wasn't out yet.
Can I just say something like kind of off topic, but not really? There hasn't been like a big fantasy RPG since like Witcher. Like, am I tripping? Like, is there anything else that I'm missing? Like, I mean, Odyssey wasn't really like a fantasy,
you
right?
Fought
like
Medusa, bitch.
I know, but you know what I mean? Like a freaking like a Skyrim with dragons and shit. Like,
yeah,
I don't know, man. I
Odyssey.
missed that. That's why Avowed. I'm looking forward to Avowed by so much, man. Like, I can't wait because I've been craving like a fantasy game. I went back and started playing The Witcher. I told you, dealer, on the Series X.
Yeah,
like it looks insane, and I'm like, God, I just want like a sword and board like fantasy game. Like I just
like
want
Witcher
that.
is
Avowed's
dark,
right
bro.
there.
Well, Witcher is like it's so much darker than and I can't wait for you to get further in that game because it's crazy. But let me give a
this
shout out to
Christmas
Dub.
break. I'm doing it, bro. This Christmas break, I'm doing it.
You think you are, bitch? But that game is long as fuck.
And you got to play through the DLC, man. If you
I have it
haven't
all.
played through
I have
the
it all.
DLC, you didn't beat it, man.
Blood and Dandruff.
Awesome.
Hey, Dub, shout out to him regarding Starfield. He does say definitely getting massive vibes from all the Starfield content. Shout out to one of the best Xbox podcasts out there. Thank you very much, Dub. We do appreciate it, brother. Member for 7 months. Member for 2 months. Splendiferous. Shout out to you with that red badge. He does say he looked for all of us online and only found Fonz. RDX is that shit.
No,
Love
no,
you
no,
guys.
No. He said, I looked for you bitches online and only found Fonz.
That's
So,
weird.
I guess
I get my gamer tag away every show. It's II space dealer space II. You can find me. Zalkers is the same as on the show. D-Bash is some weird mystical genie shit. Ain't got nothing to do with YouTube. And then Tim Dogs is the same as the show. You should be able to find us. But yeah, he looked for us online. Couldn't find us. But yeah, he says, on
PlayStation, it's Zalker87-1. You have to put the 1 at the end. Somebody took my name. It's Zalker87 and then 1 because some people were like, Zalker didn't play any of these PlayStation games.
The guys with the dumb takes tried exposing it and they looked at the wrong tag.
Looked at the wrong gamer tag and I'm like, you dumb fucks.
Oh, God. He also says Little Man is performing way above expectations. I'm not really sure which Little Man you're talking about, but he says he hearts the jet.
Series S.
Oh, Series S. Yeah, it's good,
that's
man.
called the Little Man. Shout out to the Iron Lords. That's what they call it, the Series S.
The Little Man. God. And then we got Elvin. Shout out to you, the Super Chases. Morrowind was their last great non-casual game. That's an insult, sir. No, I mean, hey, some people like it, some people don't. Play it on back and pad on Xbox One.
Morrowind was great, bro. Morrowind was great, but Oblivion was that like holy shit moment for me.
True, but Morrowind is what got me into that whole RPG genre, that Western RPG genre. And Bethesda, of course, when it came out on the OG Xbox, I was fully immersed into that game. Awesome, put so much time into it, and Oblivion though. Man, just seeing that world. You mentioned it earlier in your video. You come out of those sewers and you see that whole world and you're just like, man, I get to explore this.
Shout out. I want to give a few more shout outs here. Only on Xbox. Shout out to you. We've also got RDX Son of Fett. He does say mini fridge, still not in Canada. I know Colt was able to get one. But let us know if you got a mini fridge in the chat, if you were that bored. Zombie Crip, shout out to you.
An update on the Canada one. The Canada one, it's going to drop in December. So I would say maybe towards the end of this week, you have to go to the Xbox Gear site, and it's going to be available there. I'll tweet it out for Canadians when it's available. As soon as I see it, I'll tweet it out, but that's where it's going to be. They did announce that in the initial announcement at Target. They announced that it would be on the Gear site for Canada. So
let me good update there. Some people are looking for that thing. Just more a collector item, right? Shout out to it's Timmy. Shout out to you, brother. We've also got Greg E3. We've got Nightwolf, who says, no, call Series S baby bro. I don't know. You don't need to call any of this shit, all right? If anybody should get a name, it's me. Damn it. No, Series S is going to be called Series S. How about that? I like the name. Remember, people are just getting so confused already. You call it baby bro or little cousin, like, it just gets mixed up with real people, so...
did you get the baby gap? It's like, what? What are you talking about?
Series S is doing great, man. It's really a surprise. And they're not using FSR on the thing. Only one game is leveraging FSR right now on the console. They're not using mesh shaders. They're not using velocity. I mean, hell, this thing has ray tracing, full-on ray tracing on House of Ashes, one of the best-looking games ever. Series S has ray tracing. I've seen it. It looks phenomenal. Like, this thing is very capable, and it's up to developers to leverage velocity, multiply the effects of the memory in the box, and use those smart features, right? So it'll take time, and some have gotten more than others, so that's very clear. And if you think that thing's holding back gaming, go look at minimum specs on the PC side and tell me what games right now require 16 threads into an SSD to play. PC would be holding back gaming, not Series S. So, yeah. What Beetlejuice said. Let me go ahead and move forward here, though, right? We covered Black Friday. We covered how well Series S and Microsoft are doing there. Their plans are all falling into motion. People are making excuses left and right without even understanding that Microsoft intended this to be the case.
So much crying.
Yeah.
So much crying on Twitter.
So much crying. It's a Sarah McLachlan commercial out there. There was some stuff going on with Bioshock 4, Zalker.
Yep.
Tell me what you know about this little bitch.
Well, there was a leak, right? Like, it came out, and it's called Bioshock Isolation.
Bioshock?
Which is
Never heard of it.
Bioshock Isolation.
I thought he said Biosuck.
He did.
It's a Biosock. Keeps your feet warm.
Biosuck.
But it's set in a
Biosuck.
new franchise, isolated in a dystopian city. It's Unreal Engine 5, developed by Irrational Games veterans, and who worked on Watch Dogs Legions, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Mafia 3, and Deus Ex. And its announcement's coming apparently Q1 2022.
Woo!
So yeah, I mean, dude, Bioshock 1 is freaking amazing.
All the Bioshocks.
They really are. They really are. So we'll see what happens.
I need a Bioshock, bitch. It's made by Rational Games, right? But those guys have been in a coma for years.
It's going to have a large open world, linear main story, captivating side quests, almost no backtracking, innovative sandbox combat, faction system, immersive sound effects, and interactive living world that will change as you progress. Not a PS5 exclusive.
Yeah.
Because there were rumors that Sony were trying to lock that down too.
Yep.
And remember, when Sony locked these games down or market these games, they imply and basically enforce in their contracts that you can't put that game in Game Pass for a year, 10 months or a year.
Mm-hmm.
And that contract from Resident Evil is pretty much got to be real. That was hacked and leaked.
That's right.
So that's going to be an incentive for developers to be like, look, I don't want to be locked out of going into a service with 30 million subscribers that, is giving me millions of dollars, throw my title in there and let people play it. And then they buy the DLC or the microtransactions or whatever have you, right? The trickle down gameonomics. Okay. So
I hate you so much that you said that.
Trickle down.
Trickle down. It's trickling over here, bitch. Hey, shout out to 1,100 people trickling in. We do appreciate it. And if you haven't hit the like button, tell a buddy or two. So about the 47th time I'll say it as I stall. Lord Starkiller, $10 super chat. Shout out to him. He's every single week he's here. Pony's crying tons of salty tears. Cannot wait. He says he cannot handle the fact that Series S sold so well over the last weekend. That's a fact. That's a fact, Lord Starkiller. But Tim, I mean, is there something else you want to say on that at all?
I just feel that, I mean, I've kind of tuned it out because they sound like sore losers. Like, I mean, you're going to make fun of the S, okay, try to make fun of it. It's $300. It's cutting edge technology.
For the money.
It has Game Pass attached to it. Come on.
I mean, how can you try to even attempt to avoid and deny the value?
Yeah, it's a good thing. I mean, especially if you get a TV with it. Think about that Christmas. I mean, I don't think a kid's going to be complaining getting a 43-inch 4K TV and a Series S with Game Pass, and that's his gift compared to having a Series X, and an old television. You know what I mean?
Those are nice gifts, man.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that's the same price as what a Series X is. So Xbox played it smart. It was a no-brainer, but I think that because they know how popular the X is, they want to sell it, but at this point, you gotta have availability for everyone. So that's why they went with the S.
It makes sense. That was a good strategy for sure.
During a chip shortage, I mean, it's the smartest thing you can do.
The thing. It's crazy though. The chip and good luck. I heard it's 2023 now.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It's
trash.
It is.
D-Batch, what'd you do with all the chips?
I don't know, man. In 2023, they're going to be opening up some plants in like Texas and whatnot, so it's going to alleviate it a bit. Also, Microsoft, another reason why you're not seeing as many Xboxes out there is that they had to have delegated some of the hardware to these Halo Infinite limited edition consoles as well, right? So,
yeah.
Man, I wish they could make more of those consoles. That thing, honest to tell you, the Halo Infinite console is the hardest item this holiday season. Everybody is going crazy to get their hands on it. It's insane, the demand. Like I said on last week's show, this is bringing me back to like the Xbox 360 era. It's at an all-time high right now, man.
It really is.
We talked last week about how the bots they basically actually had a successful effort at stopping the bots on the Microsoft Store, and these consoles were going for $1,100, $1,500 online because these bots are swooping them up.
You guys sound like paid shills. I'm done. You know what?
I ain't getting paid, bitch. I'm just
they sold like 6 consoles from what I heard, and it's all these people in this podcast that we have it. We're the only ones. All right? Nobody gets Xbox. I don't want to hear your bullshit. And Halo
it's
sucks.
like the 360 era without the red ring of death. It's nice.
Listen, if you're a PlayStation guy, you can also... Go ahead,
Tim. No, I was gonna say a little off topic, but the scalpers too. I saw yesterday that they actually scalped the Spider-Man tickets, and some of that stuff was going for like $25K for a ticket.
They're scalping movie tickets now. Fuck.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, man.
Dude, this is getting ridiculous. Bitch ass scalpers and your robot. At least add them, not a robot. Check mark next to the damn option to check out. All right.
Look, nobody is paying hundreds of dollars for a ticket to go see a damn Spider-Man.
I mean,
movie.
they are though.
No, they're not.
Well,
they are though.
Hundreds of dollars to do that.
Yeah, there's people doing it, man.
They're gonna lose their ass. Those scalpers are gonna lose their ass.
Yo, butt cheeks on mine.
It's a movie.
These guys wouldn't do this if they weren't getting paid. And unfortunately, there's idiots out there that their logic goes out the window because they just want something, and I guess the FOMO is strong, and they just go and purchase
Zauker's
it.
friend, not to put Zauker's friend on
FOMO is strong.
Not to put the Zauker's friend in the frying pan here, but Zauker's friend went ahead and bought one of those dandruff Xbox Series X's.
Fucking did.
How much did you pay for a scalped one?
So my buddy freaking bought a scalped one because he's just like, I was so tired of going to stores, trying to get in line, trying to get one, and he wanted a Series X, and he's like, I'm not gonna get a Series S, I want the X, and blah blah blah. And then he's like, I got one. I was like, cool, where'd you get it? And then he just kind of got quiet.
Some guy named
and I was like, bro, where'd you get it? And he's like, I paid $750. I was like, you fucking bitch. I was like, you bitch. And he was so
on StockX.
Yeah, and he's like, dude, honestly, I don't give a shit. It's so much faster. It looks better. He's like, I just wanted it, and I wanted to play all the games on it, and he's happy with it. And I'm like, shit.
You can't do that.
Unfortunately, listen, I want to do a giveaway for my 50,000 followers, and one of it was supposed to be the Xbox. Can't find this thing for the life of me. Yeah. I mean, it is dead. I'm gonna have to ask for an extension. I don't know, but like you're here in 2023 now. That's how screwed up the supply lines have gotten. And I mean, this talking about a variant again. This is gonna get crazy. If this could be shortages for 2 more years, I would say, and that is completely throws a whole wrench in this whole whole generation. You know what I mean? Like. It's just crazy how it's going and how it can't keep up. But yeah, man, if I could buy, I want that Halo too. I'd buy that too for myself. I heard it's so beautiful. Looks beautiful.
It is beautiful, man. It does a little Halo chime when you load it up, and the game's actually preloaded. So as soon as you log into your account, the game gets attached to your account. It is a beautiful, beautiful looking console.
That's cool. Man. So it's preloaded.
Yeah,
I feel like
I remember back in the day, you got a console, you had to download the shit. I'm like on 3 meg per second, like sitting there like stroking it. I thought somebody was trying to say something.
I think you still got to download it. It's just that it's attached to your account.
I thought you said it's preloaded.
Well, I guess there's something in there identifying that it's that.
God damn it, D-bag.
I know what he's talking about. I've seen it. Like it registers you like immediately.
What are you talking about?
Halo on the Halo Infinite limited edition console. It comes with the console, right? So it's attached to the console. The first person that logs into their account gets access to the game. They get ownership.
Huh. All right.
Hey, Dark CMF, shout out to him. I'll just say it right again. Fuck. He says, walking through Costco, listening kind of loudly on my phone, getting occasional odd looks. People need to get over themselves. We do drop F-bombs. Yeah, I mean, again, when I finally get this show on all these different podcasting services and all this shit, I'm definitely marketing it more towards like an adult audience here, because the average gamer is like 30 plus now, and shows that you can't say how you actually talk in real life. I think it impedes with your real life dynamic, Craig. So, we're adults. So we say what we say. We're not owned by nobody. We ain't trying to impress nobody. It is what it is. We're just being ourselves, and sometimes we say weird shit. Okay, like what Zauker said earlier. Socks, Bioshock.
Red panties.
Yeah, red panties.
Red panties.
Red
panty day.
Oh, the red panties took gold
what
today.
Was it? Or acting new? What was the thing that said acting new?
Brand new,
yeah.
Shout out to Victor Brick Gaming. Maybe another upcoming YouTuber here. It says Series S selling cause ponies buying on the down low.
Yes,
they're like, hey, I got that Series S, man. And they're dealing the back alley street deals for the Series S because they don't want to be seen buying the console with more 120 FPS games than their PS5. Splendiferous, big shout out to him. He says, I'm here every week too, son. Okay, I'm not saying that you're not.
Yes, he is.
He says, what you're trying to say, Dealey.
Oh, man.
Shout out to you,
Dealey.
brother. And then we got Cedric H. Super Chases. He was lucky to get a Series X through All Access from GameSpot fucking GameSpot, back in September. So he's doing that monthly plan, which doesn't charge you any additional interest. But remember when people tried to make it a big deal because they're like, if you just saved your money for 2 years, it would be cheaper by then. And that's the case with anything. Like, obviously.
I mean, you cut out Starbucks coffee and you could afford that and then some,
Yeah,
monthly plan. It's
all
nothing.
all access is available at most retailers. Actually, that's like the last line of defense for someone wanting a console, because you do pay a little bit. The $1 trick to switch it over for 3 years, you do save a little bit of money. But if you're someone that already has the Game Pass service and you're going to invest in another 2 years and you haven't, and you need a Series X, then it actually works out to be a pretty good deal.
Yeah, and it's up to everybody to look into that shit before you fucking agree to a contract. They check your credit score, make sure you paid your fucking bill on your Sanyo. Just make sure that you know what the fuck you're doing, right?
What are you even talking about, Sanyo?
They check your credit and stuff on all that.
Sanyo?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
I think Colt just signed a partnership with them for racing with Sanyo racing wheels or something.
Oh, Sanyo Racing. Yeah, that works.
Hey, if you're curious, this is Shadow of the Tomb Raider running on Xbox Series X, streamed at 1080p, and I've tried to get the fucking color balancing right. It's something about the way that the console DVR, the way it captures footage with HDR games,
Crash!
I don't know what's up, but I'm trying here, and I think it looks serviceable, but trust me, this game looks amazing in person. Fonz is going to start it soon, actually. We convinced him last show when he found out it was $13.
Yeah, I'm going to start
And then somebody tried saying it was $5. Fraud.
Leave Everborn Saga alone.
Yeah, he's a Sega fan first.
Big shout out to Everborn Saga. He's a longtime viewer of the show and of the channel, and shout out to him. Thanks for coming on.
Community member, good guy.
Of course,
he claims to be more of an Xbox guy now. So I mean, he does this thing, but yeah, he's a Sega for life kind of guy.
We gotta see if he's on that console or that PC. Which kind of Xbox guy are you, Everborn?
Yeah, are you a soccer?
Stupid. This thing, we're fucking around. We got to give a shout out to everybody watching, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, tell everybody to. We're going to move forward. We talked about Bioshock. We talked about
Bioshock.
We talked about, Dying Light 2 just went gold. And if you remember, they just tweeted out, why would anybody make you pay for a 60 FPS patch? So I'm buying Dying Light 2 just for that tweet. They went gold and they'll be coming out soon.
That they're gold like 2 months before they come out. Like, that to me shows that they gave their developer and everybody there a bunch of time to finish this game. Like, do you remember it was supposed to come out like in 2020 or something?
Tells me it's a strategic release date.
I mean, I get it, but at the same time, they give them a lot of time.
Yeah, of course, yeah. You're right, Zaki.
Didn't Cyberpunk go gold and then delay?
Did it not review it?
Yeah, no, they did. It went gold.
It's delayed.
Wow, and then it still came out like a trash bag.
Yeah. It just shouldn't have been on last gen systems. That's all.
Right. Yeah, sure. That's all.
Do you think? Do you think it'll be a rebirth? This
afterbirth.
I never. I
don't think it's gonna be much different, Tim.
Really?
I think it's going to have a big difference because they've delayed this update and they've said that it's coming out next year and it's going to be massive improvements. Not to mention it's a Series X update, but the reason why I think it's going to be even bigger than people think is because this update's also going to PC. So this is like usually when there's a Series X update, they don't update the PC version, but it's going to come to PC too.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, that's what I was going to say. I was going to mention, hey, the PC version's already out there and it's not much different, and
that's what I'm saying. That's what made me think like, okay, so you're bringing this to PC and Series X and PS5.
Okay.
So it's only the next gen updates and that version, the new upgrades coming to Witcher 3 also, but they pushed the Witcher 3 one to I think Q2 or Q3 of 2022. And the new version for Cyberpunk should be coming Q1 2022.
Yeah, the question is when though.
I don't, dude.
Because I want to play it and see all the studded dildos.
Hey, Taylor! Shout out to Colt Eastwood. He's out there in the chat. Shout out to him.
Shout out to Colt Eastwood. He's got a new sponsor with Sanyo Racing Wheels.
Sanyo racing reels. Get him now. Yeah.
Shout out to Colt. He can obviously jump in anytime he wants. But yeah, I mean, Cyberpunk, I am a massive CD Projekt Red fan. Didn't like Witcher 2, loved Witcher 3, one of the best games of all time. I've said this a million times. Point is, I liked the games enough to where I wasn't going to go into Cyberpunk and find a bunch of Zalker's channels laying all over the ground and stuff. Like, I was waiting for the studded dildos to be reduced, right? I needed that
everywhere,
patch.
bitch.
I needed that patch to hit.
You're-
And I also needed, some of these glitches and all this stuff, floating guns and shit. Some people don't have all these issues, but most people did.
Taylor, you're going to enjoy it, man. You're going to enjoy the storylines and all that stuff. The side quests are really good. It's a solid game, man.
Yeah, I bet. And I'm really looking forward to it. Ray tracing, not ray tracing. I'm choosing performance mode like I do every time. So
Yes.
I'm expecting it to be nice. And people like Colt, hey, they've been playing through it. They played through it without the patch at all. And they play 60 frames per second, the 1X version, basically. And, it looks pretty damn good. But there's just some technical stuff, like the crowds disappearing and stuff. So if you play Cyberpunk, let us know. We're going to go ahead and move forward by... I want to... Zalker, you want to grab a few of these? Or wait, I think there's only one, actually. You want to get that one?
Yeah, there's only one.
Yeah, I think it's is it you talking about the Hargeet one?
Yeah. Hargeet?
Yeah, I have a new Series X coming if you want it at cost.
What?
Huh?
Hargeet, I will buy that from you. I need another one.
That's my boy Hargeet right there.
Don't be pandering to Hargeet right now. Hargeet knows what's up. No, hit me up, Hargeet. If you're serious, I'll buy the shit. Because I got a 77CX that needs a Series X on it. You hear?
Ooh, that's 77-inch.
I'm
Wow.
surprised you don't have it on there now.
Well, I got the Series S on the B7 in the bedroom, right? And the 65. I got the X on this one. It's a C9, a 65, and then a 77CX. I got the 1X on that and the PS5 on it, which, I need the PS5 in there, you know what I'm saying? A PS5. Got to plug it in,
You gotta get on the
play some bangers, you know what I'm saying?
I turned on my
updates once in a
PS5.
while.
I turned my PS5 on, you know what I'm saying? I had to make sure my PS5 worked, you know what I'm saying?
Get those updates. That's it, man.
Hey, it fell off a fucking shelf, like a 4-foot high shelf, like a 3.5 foot. It fell off. The plates exploded off the side. This is a year.
Oh,
Yeah.
for sure.
Like,
sure.
okay,
Kicked
I
it
was
down the
charging.
hill.
I got this guitar called the India X4, right? It charges, right? It's a trans
Ooh,
acoustic.
what a flex.
And I pulled the guitar off the wall. That pulled the PS5 off the shelf because it was kind of a decorative Voltron type shit, whatever the fuck it looks like. And it fell, hit the ground. The plates exploded off the side. I turned it on, 8 months later, and it worked. I played some God of War, one of the best games ever made. Like 30, 40 minutes of Ratchet and Clank, couldn't handle it because it's Ratchet and Clank, and it's not really my thing. But some people love it. I got to get into Miles Morales, though. I'm starting to fall back in love
Good, man.
with gaming.
Play it.
Actually,
Play Miles.
Actually, I'm about to get Ghost of Tsushima, the upgrade for the PlayStation, whatever.
Ghost
the
of
upgrade for the
Tsushima.
PlayStation, whatever. The upgrade for the PlayStation 5 version that gives you all the extra content. And I know, Fonz, you got a lot of time in this game. Is it worth getting the upgrade?
Yes. Well, all the content. There's a lot there to play. I put in over at least 12, 13 hours. I forgot how much, but yeah, there's a lot of content there, man.
All right, I'm gonna grab it.
Ghost of Shiitake mushrooms.
That's right.
Let me go ahead and
That's right.
move forward. Xbox Game Pass, there's an update here. They are adding Aliens, Fireteam, Delta Farts, Elite.
Delta Fart.
It's coming in a
Haven't
few
heard of that
weeks.
one.
If you not played Alien Fireteam,
That
No.
game's fun
Oh,
as
that-
fuck.
stop
PS5
lying to the
Everybody's
people,
talking about
soccer.
Bro, I'm on the last level. I like that game. I'm almost done with it.
That
And then
bitch has
there's
been
more
out for how
after
long?
that.
Okay.
It's been out for a while. I've been going back and forth with it. I don't have to just sit and go through it. I just go through it when I want to play, and it's just a cool thing. Kill some aliens, kill some different looking aliens, kill some bots, and it's fun, man. I'm telling you,
I
that
don't
game's
think
pretty
so.
good. Don't play alone, obviously. Like, that's boring. But, like, yeah, it's cool. It's coming to Game Pass. Evil Genius 2 is also coming out. And,
Look, I would be doing an injustice to everybody if I just let Zocker lie to you like that. Alien Fireteam Elite is not a great game.
Thank you.
But Fonz can't talk because he hasn't
Yeah.
played it.
Yeah, really, I can't.
But
I
He's like,
somebody
this
play it. Can I
motherfucker said
review it
thank
now?
you.
He said,
Can
really, I
review it
can't.
now?
I heard it's
Damn.
fun though.
Look, you could try it on Game Pass, right? And you're gonna make your own fun. That's what's gonna happen in Alien Delta Farts. You're gonna have your friends with you, and you're gonna make your own fun for a couple levels. then you're gonna realize, holy shit, they're releasing seasons for this thing. They expect me to grind in this game. And there's an alien in the game named Monica. Monica.
Is that cross-gen?
I don't know. Is it?
Because
It has a
looks very
Series
last
X.
gen.
It has a Series X patch.
It don't matter. Still,
It's held back by the.
I don't know about
Series
that. I
X.
don't know what grinding you're talking about. I just played the game and got a bunch of guns and tried out new guns and had fun. I didn't grind anything. I just played the damn game.
If you're not having fun in the game, it's a grind for one. You should know that. Pirate Legend.
You're not grinding. You're not playing.
Just sounds like you're not your type of game.
It sounds like Evil Geniuses 2 is your type of game, bitch.
Hell yeah, it is. I want to take over the world, bitch.
And now, what do you
What's
do in this
happening
game?
there?
Shut up. What do you do in this game?
You build like an evil layer, bro. Like legit, you're a villain and you're building an evil layer, getting minions, like researching stuff to just take over the world. Like,
You're such a simpleton.
that's all you do in the game, bro. That's all you do. I haven't played the first one. I just saw the preview and I was
chat,
like, ah.
have you played Evil Geniuses? Let us know. I'm willing to give it a try. Ponxol, you willing to give it a try?
Are you guys willing to give
Colt,
Mushroom
did you
Quest
really
a
just
try?
say? Did you say Mushroom Quest is what I played? That's dealers.
Ponxol just said if you're an Aliens fan, the game is good. That's why I don't like the game. Because I like the movies. They completely just defiled the IP.
I think that's why I like the Mad Max game, because I like the movies.
But hey, everyone's entitled to their opinion. But don't let Zocker lie to you like this, like a little hype machine.
Also this week, Warhammer 40k Battle Sector is a turn-based strategy game that's really fucking fun. It came out in July. I played it back then. It's coming to Game Pass on console and PC. Check that shit out also. That game is freaking awesome, underrated. People need to play it if you like strategy games. Trust me, it's freaking great.
Colt said Zocker only plays Mushroom Quest. That's me that played Mushroom Quest. Hey, you know, I decided I was tired of sitting at 167,000 gamer score, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to try to get to 200K, and I'm going to play a couple bitch games every month.
Ooh.
That's my plan. I ain't trying to be sneaky about it like some of y'all bitches, okay? I'm gonna be up front. I'm going to get 2 or 3K every month from bitch games. That's what I call them. And then I'm going to power the rest of my gamer score with legitimate AAA titles.
I'm not interested in. Like, how do you get yourself to get interested into something like Mushroom Quest?
I think you get interested in
He likes mushroom heads.
When they give you the achievement, you get interested when you get your achievement, basically.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I see. I'm not an achievement hunter, so I don't care for
same.
all that.
I
don't
care.
chase.
Me either. I mean,
I don't care.
I like games that have like the gamer score.
It's a little
Well,
it's not just about the gamer score. There's games like Bullet Beat, right? Which is another one I tried, which is fucking crazy. If you have epilepsy, do not boot for the love of God. Do not boot this game up. You will die. Okay?
Or that game that's like press X to guitar. I don't know what that was, but
You wouldn't understand. You know, you're just not a musician.
yeah, I'm not a musician. I
I'm
can't
a
play that
guitarist
game.
now after that game. I'm Jimi Hendrix.
Hey,
bitch.
look. Some of these games, though, they actually got a little bit of substance to them. They are just easy gamerscore games, but, you know, at the same time, they're very, very put down, pick up. Whenever you're fucking got 10, 15 minutes, you crank away on a level or two and get 1,000 million gamerscore. But again,
I
you know,
don't think so.
yeah. I mean, I'm just waiting for you to beat the basic games. I'm not worried about you beating the little games, Fonz. You need to go back and beat all the great games that you missed out on or too stubborn to
But
beat.
that's subjective, man. A lot of those great games you call great.
Hey,
anyway,
remember when you
I
said It Takes
don't.
Two wasn't your type of game before you played it, and then you played it and you're like, hang on.
No. That's a co-op game too. So, you know, I can't play that by myself, sir.
But I want to play it right now. Let's get on it.
Shit.
Little bitch.
Tim, did you
we're
say
on a
my name?
podcast,
Did you
sir.
say my name earlier, Tim? I heard you say Zalker, then it went quiet.
Yeah, no, I wanted to ask you, what was that game it came out on Game Pass today? And I figured the only one who would probably have played it, and I heard it's actually pretty good. Generation Zero. Have you tried it?
No, I haven't tried that one, but I know that it's very slow. Like I was looking at somebody play because it kind of reminds me of like Fallout almost, where you're surviving and doing a lot of stuff, but it's a massive open world. And I hear like the gameplay loop is just very slow and it's really hard to get into. So it's for somebody that really wants to sink a lot of time into it.
Right.
And like, you know, go like and kind of build something because that's what it's all about. It's like a post-apocalyptic world where machines have taken over.
Yeah.
It just came out, so I know it's been advertised. It looks cool, but once I saw that it was really, really slow, I don't know. I you know, sometimes I just want to shoot shit.
Right. I heard though it's actually
Sometimes I
very
just wanna
fun
shoot
to
shit.
play.
It's true.
I heard it's very fun to play with the co-op. So it's it's a different game, and people were like, "Oh, I really getting crazy into this game." And one of the other things is that supposedly it's a little buggy, but the bugs that they have are like hilarious. Like people will they think that the bugs, like one of the machines was going out of whack. It looked funny. I saw a couple of things that they were talking about. A machine gun just shooting up in the air with nobody around it, just in the middle of the air. It kept shooting.
Hmm.
You know, so yeah, supposedly, but it's on Game Pass, so perfect to try, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Shout out to Dreadpool, another mod of the show. Shout out to him, man. You gotta have him on again. He's always a good time. Ashtray Gaming, shout out to him. The blue one, shout out to him if he ever watches. And of course, we got Sebastian Cooper. We got It's Timmy again. We've got who's that? Dad Spuns. I don't know if I pronounced it. I feel like I did, but slightly scared. Shout out to you, brother. Spartan Glory, Spartan Glyph, and then we got Pong Soul once more. And only on Xbox. Shout out to you guys. I'm just giving a few shout outs to the guys in the chat that power the show. Of course, over 1100 here. Guys, if you haven't hit the like button, tell a buddy or two. We do have another. Hang on. Hargy says, happy to sell it, dealer. But I thought Tim Dog needed one. Do you need a Series X, Tim? Either way works.
Yeah, Tim needs one. Yeah.
Yeah, well, maybe I'll talk to the guy so you can hit me up.
You got a Series X or what?
No, I'm definitely gonna be looking for it. I mean, I want to see if I could buy it for like at Best Buy and stuff like that. But yeah, I'll definitely maybe look into it with this guy.
All right. Well, let me know. Let me know what your
Yeah,
findings
I'll let
are.
you know.
Do you
I'm good
own one or no?
He's
No, I
got to do a
own
giveaway
one.
for Twitter.
I
Yeah,
gotta
it's
do
a
a
giveaway.
giveaway.
Now, Hargy,
Nice,
just know
nice.
that if you sold it to me, it wouldn't just be, just out there in a, who knows, Tim makes really weird choices with giveaway. I'm just making shit up. I don't know, man. Just, yeah. I mean, give it to Tim if he needs it for the giveaway. If you guys can work it out, if you can't, hit me up.
No, I mean, whatever. We'll work it out. You got to get that the 77.
It's a crime to only have the PS5 hooked up to that. They don't even have VRR, Tim. It's crying.
Give away
My
one
best bet
to
is I'm
somebody that
trying to
needs
do it on Best Buy so I can throw it on the card and pay monthly. But
Yeah.
we'll figure it out.
I got cash, Hargy. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, Battlefield 2042 Digital Foundry, break this down real quick. I'm going to go over this because some people are curious. Series X running this game at 4K with a low of 2016p. PS5 running this game at a low of 1800p, but hitting a max of 4K. And Series X running the game at 1292p, meaning almost 1440p, with a low of 1080p. Now, for Series X, for one, that's impressive. It's just impressive with how big the game is. Shut up, Fonz. It's just impressive with how big the game is. Secondly, I thought the PS5 is dominating all the comparisons.
Yep. What happened
They
to
are.
that?
They're always winning at lower resolutions.
Yep. And lower fidelities. And when they get
lower
the
frames,
one
too.
little
And
win,
no VRR.
And no 120
Get-
FPS.
when they get the one win with the extra grass, they go jumping off the hills. Now,
Well,
Battlefield.
the thing is,
Battlefield
I just wanted to
2042 is one of the best. Well, not one of the best, but it's a
Best.
next generation game. It's a huge map. You got a lot of action going on, and it's really testing these next generation consoles. So you're getting to see the real delta between the power of these consoles. And
With no
the,
features being used yet, yeah.
Yeah, and with the PS5 dropping to 1800p versus the 4K resolution max of the Xbox Series X and the low of the 2016p, right there you're seeing the delta in them. The Series X is a more capable system. It has always been a more capable system, but some developers, for whatever reason, or time constraints, the COVID stuff that's going on, they don't have enough time to optimize games. For whatever reason, the odd little game at a lower resolution, mind you, might have had 3 frames per second better. So I don't know, man. I think Battlefield is a good game on the Xbox Series X. I know some people are shitting on the game. It does have a lot of glitches.
It's come a long way since the beta, I will say that.
Yeah, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, and
It's
it's
got
I
a
gotta
lot of
say
issues.
I've put a lot of time into it. I've enjoyed it. The new patch that they brought out helped the consoles out a lot on the Series X, especially. Like it's just way more smooth than even the PC. The PC had problems for a while, and now DLSS actually works. It's just way smoother.
the PC.
Everything all board, all around just works better, man. So I think they just like Dealer was saying, they should have delayed this till February to get all this stuff ironed out instead of launching it and fucking it up. But now that they're finally getting these patches out there, it's like, all right, well, the game's fun. Like, I enjoy Battlefield in general. It's one of my favorite shooters, if not my favorite, because I just like Battlefield. I like the big maps. I like the big fighting. I like the vehicles. I think it's hectic as shit, and it looks insane always.
Yeah.
So
the particle system in that game,
Yeah, and exactly, man. The destructible environment, and not to mention the portal is just so much fun.
You know what
like,
is weird about it though? And look, everybody who's a OG Battlefield fan, like myself, I got so much time in Battlefield 3 and 4, especially. The new engine, or the updated version of Frostbite, rather, these games don't quite feel like the old games, and that's something I was talking to someone else about. If I had to say anything about Portal and going back to Caspian Border, it doesn't feel like the old Battlefield 3 when I'm playing it. Now, I say this to say this. If there's anybody out there with controller settings that can make it feel like I'm on Battlefield 3 again, because something's wrong. I don't know if it's the controller. Everything's changed. The controllers have changed. Like, obviously the games we play every day have changed. But, it's something about it on that new engine. It just doesn't feel like Battlefield 3. I need those settings. Somebody's got them.
I don't know if it's so much the settings, but for me, it's like the physics. The physics.
Yeah,
like,
that's part of it.
Like it's not comparable. Like the physics that we had in the other games, that the destruction was just 1,000 times better. But I'm willing to give them a break on this.
I don't know if I noticed any of that, but it's something about the way you run, and it just everything feels a little different somehow. I can't put my hand on it.
Yeah, it feels. For me, it's the physics a little bit, but whatever.
Well, D-Batch, appreciate that. Now, where's my Series X? He scalped. I want to move forward. I want to move forward to Xbox expanding. They are bringing in help for Rare. They are bringing in Alien Isolation lead designer, the lead designer of Alien Isolation, obviously, which a lot of people enjoyed that game. He is joining Rare's Everwild studio to probably help them figure out what the fuck type of game this is. Because right now, as of what we know, it's like a game where you use creatures to build shit. Like that fucking frog with all the fish in its mouth. Like, I always made the joke. Right now, it's just a game about a frog and some fish in its mouth. You use that frog to, like, move the fish to a pond, right? Like, or something like that. So it's like a game where it's 4-player co-op, or at least has 4-player. You can build out these areas, and you're kind of like using animals to do it, or something like that. I don't know, man. I didn't even care when I was hearing about it enough to focus on the details, because right now I don't know enough about it. And as we know of right now, they don't really know exactly what, that's why the other creative director left. But getting Alien Isolation's creative director or lead designer, rather, from Ensemble, I'm pretty sure that's who built it. That is a good thing to me, Zauker.
I don't know what the game is. I don't think anybody does. I believe they've kind of scrapped it and they're starting all over, especially if they get a lead game designer to join the team to help make it. So I think this is years away, but at the same time, I didn't give a shit about Sea of Thieves until I played it, and it became my favorite game of the last generation. So whatever Rare makes, I'm going to be there day one to play it. I'm going to see what they do, and if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. But I trust Rare, so I think the creative people there are pretty damn good. I think they kind of go and do different things than other developers do. I mean,
here's 10% of a game.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. I just think it's just better. I
should have expected you to fucking be. Look, Zucker, you're right. You enjoyed Sea of Thieves, right? They had to update the shit. They had no choice. It was nothing in it.
Yeah.
But when it comes to Everwild, we do kind of have an idea of what it was. Do you think them bringing in someone? Have you heard of Alien Isolation? Have you seen it? It's got the xenomorph in there, and he's
Alien Isolation.
It's pretty intense. Like, do you think that's a good move?
No, that's intense. I think from that perspective. But to me, I don't know if it like is that Alien Isolation? Do you see it fitting like what Rare does? Like, maybe they want to do something different. It doesn't fit what Rare does. To me.
Well, not the game. The designer, like the guy came up with great ideas in Isolation, made it what it was. As some fans, right, following. Maybe you can do the same for Everwild.
I mean, maybe. I mean, we'll see. I think they have someone else working on something. I don't know. Rare's expanded like beyond just this, right?
Yeah,
like they like because of Sea of Thieves, they like tripled their studio size. And so it's just, at this point, it's just, like I said, I'm just going to trust whatever they bring out because they surprised me. And I absolutely loved Sea of Thieves. So I want to see what they do. And I still play Sea of Thieves to this fucking day. So that's just what, I don't know. I think it should win ongoing game, whatever, of the year. Because up to that Pirates of the Caribbean update was fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And they're bringing out even more stuff where you can create your own quests in the game.
That's what they need because the ones they've made are not great.
Like, it's just pretty cool, man. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it.
I just don't understand, like, why they put out all the stuff that they had put out just to say, yeah, we don't know what the game's about, but here's a look at.
Yeah, that's why I feel like
I think
maybe
what they wanted to do.
I don't understand.
I think what they wanted to do is like chase an idea of a fantasy, good-willed, good-hearted nature, whatever game, and I think that's where they got caught up. They wanted to attach themselves to that genre. It seems so much that they.
I get it, but
can't do it. But they couldn't do it because they didn't have a story to tell. It sounded like.
Yeah, I think this is the first time I saw, like, personally anyway, that I saw a development team that put something out like this with long trailers, even that had no idea where it was going. Like.
Or maybe the ideas and plans changed, right?
Yeah, but showing you stuff like that at a conceptual stage, at a very, very, very early stage without knowing much at all about this game was really weird. It's a weird.
They might have been depressed about. They might have been like pressed for they were having no games and they just wanted to add another game. You're right. They probably didn't handle it right, but there were times where people were just like, they didn't have anything in the works, or and they might have chose that a little. Haphazardly, but I think overall, though, like you said, you gotta. I think, like Zorga said, I think you got to give them a little bit of the benefit of the doubt, but it's going to be far, far away. They'll definitely come up with an idea for the game.
You can't take away from their pedigree and what they've done in the past, and how great the team is at doing what they do. If you're a fan of their games, they're really huge to you. So I understand that. But just showing stuff like that early at a conceptual stage was just, it's really kind of off-putting to me because it's like you're not really being genuine.
But what I will say to counter that is they did the right thing by pushing all this back and really trying to lace their bootstraps here.
Yeah. In hindsight, they did, after they showed what they showed, they did decide to try to push this out and make something of it. So, yeah, I mean, we have to give them the benefit, but it was just weird.
Sea of Thieves 2, man, when that hits, I needed to have I said it in my goddamn Sea of Thieves review, right? Everyone was like, you just be negative towards Sea of Thieves to help your channel. It's like, I would have lied to you if I wanted to help my fucking channel. Like, I didn't care for the game for a lot of reasons. My review's there to this day. It's got a fucking boat on fire with the game picture on it, with a sail that says "what the fuck" in the background, because it could have been so much more. I want the next one to have a fucking live pirate city, a hub city. Everyone come dock their ships, trade their currencies, their goods, and that's a safe fire zone, right? It's got the stories, some quests there. And then from there, you leave that port, and it's fucking Sea of Thieves like everyone likes. It's for, go steal everyone's shit, take their shit, but base it all around a central kind of hub city, and expansions can add bigger, more broad cities or sections or whatever, right? Even seasons if you want. But
I mean, they already have seasons. Season 5 drops on December 2nd.
I mean, literal seasons. Like, it's like fucking snowing.
Mm. Hey, Don Otaku with $5 in the chat says, with Everwild, they built a world, but they didn't have a gameplay concept that worked for them. So they did the same thing with Sea of Thieves, he says. Yeah, but that's weird to build a whole world without really having any gameplay,
because it all comes down to gameplay, right? And that's why we don't talk about gameplay as much as we should, because it's so common sense. It goes without being said. It's all based on gameplay.
And I don't think they built a whole world. No, I don't think they did that. I think that they just built a trailer.
I think it didn't test well. I think that Sea of Thieves, the one thing that you remember is when they tested Sea of Thieves, they knew what the core gameplay loop was going to be. Is you're a fucking pirate, you go do shit. Like, that's it. You go kill each other.
You deliver pigs and chickens.
And that's it. Like, I mean, whoever delivered pigs and chickens, have fun with that. I didn't do that. I killed people.
That was the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what people did. Or you fight skeleton lords and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So when they were testing it before the game came out, they were showing that people were just having fun with it. right? Like Rare is one of the few studios that actually tests the shit out of their stuff with people. Like they've done it multiple times, and they didn't have confidence when Sea of Thieves was brought out. Microsoft didn't have confidence in them until they realized that it was #1 on Twitch for a week straight during the beta, and then when it released, it was on Twitch for like a month, like just killing it. Like, and then the game
fine,
sold like
but what if
crazy,
what
like
if that didn't happen? What if those streamers didn't stream it?
Well, it happened. It doesn't matter if it didn't.
But what if it didn't? What does it have to? What does it have to rest on?
So that if it didn't happen, they wouldn't have doubled or tripled their studio size.
Exactly.
They wouldn't have gotten everything they wanted. But that's what the point. It happened, and I think Everwild, when they made it and they were making it, it wasn't testing well. I think people were like, "What the fuck are we doing here? What's the point of this game? Like, what's going on?" And I think they realized, like, "Hey, this probably isn't something we should make then if it's not testing well."
This story is all based around this developer they got from the Alien Isolation team. How much will this benefit Rare? I mean, honestly.
Yeah, that's the main question. So I guess we can kind of ask the chat, what do you think it'll help?
It might be the type of game that they're putting out. I think he has the concept that possibly...
An Alien game?
No, it doesn't have to be
He designed the mechanics and some of the stuff in the game.
His concept or whatever is going to...
Yeah.
Be part of the game. I'm sure
use those assets. Use those assets from Everwild and make something else around it. Like they put a lot of time into it, right? Like they didn't want
combat, which is the weirdest thing. Listen, in video games, there's certain things that you need, and it's like the break. You have to break a can to get the change in it. There's certain things that you can do. So like gameplay without combat is hard to do. It's going to be fetch, base, and there's not going to be much action.
Yeah.
People just want the gun right to shoot, and that's what they look for. So that game obviously would have been a failure, but I do think that they should have some type of collision, as they would say. Like, I just can't see it being a game where it's just good, all good, and there's nothing bad.
Well, in either case, chat, I want to know your thoughts on Everwild, where you want it to go. Sea of Thieves 2, where you want it to go. I think they need a Sea of Thieves 2. I think it would be a great foundation, for something they could truly do the community and Game Pass and fans real justice for something monumentous and grand, right? I think that everyone deserves that. I think that they should definitely be mapping some plans for Sea of Thieves 2 with some of those big improvements that kind of bring a broader, more fleshed out scope to things, right? So we'll see where they go with that stuff. We do have information on a new Xbox update that does improve the application. So they're bringing a lot more social sharing features to the Xbox app and stuff like that, which is awesome. The current Xbox app is a little iffy at times, Stalker. I don't know if you ever use it.
For which one?
For the phone, I think.
Oh, I use it. I mean, I haven't had any problems. What's going on with it?
There's a go to Windows Central. They talked about a new update coming to that. It's going to boost a lot of social features.
I thought it was going to boost like not just the social features, but also like the xCloud stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's going to give like way more like steady streaming, everything like that. Like that's what I thought. Like, yeah, the Xbox app I thought it's come a pretty damn long way. Like there's achievements on it now. You can compare and look at stuff. Before it was just like, here it is, and you get to do fucking nothing in it. And it's like, all right, cool, thanks.
By the way, good luck downloading your clip. Fuck you.
And we talked about this, I think, last year when they brought out the consoles. Like the PS5, the PlayStation app, and when it first launched, was like, it had a lot of stuff. You could look at trophies, you could look at a bunch of stuff, you could buy games on it. Like I was like, wow, this experience on here is just way better. Like just what it was. And then Xbox the last year has updated that app insane amounts. Mm-hmm. So they had to do it, man. Like they just had to compete. That's what I want to see.
It's interesting, isn't it?
It's getting the ability to share direct links to Xbox gameplay clips, which is something that a lot of people have been asking for. Anything to increase shareability on the platform is going to help a lot because that's been something that they've struggled with a little bit, which is weird because they're a software company, right? So
and they got two apps. They got the Game Pass app and the Xbox app. Like I don't know, man. I feel like they should be together and then just have a tab, Game Pass. Click it, and then there's all the games you can play on Game Pass and xCloud, right? And then look at everything, and then go to the other one, and it's like you're on your Xbox Home.
They're doing a TikTok-style feature for sharing game clips. So, yep, I mean, this is fucking mini shorts bullshit going on YouTube right now and all this stuff, man. It's like, why do you think these shorts are doing so well? Because YouTube's fucking pushing them. Yeah, the YouTube's pushing the hell out of them. They're basically determining who finds success and who doesn't. Because they're recommending these shorts to everybody. They're pushing them. They're putting them everywhere. They're trying to compete with TikTok and all this stuff. And I guess with game clips, it makes a little more sense because they'll be on the Xbox app. It's not really, it's an actual real sharing feature, not something designed to build and monetize things like on YouTube. But still, it ain't going to hurt, I'll tell you that, because I got some really good knockouts in Fight Night Champion. Zocker.
Ooh, you want to play some Fight Night?
You wouldn't play me Fight Night.
Nah, I don't play that shit. I would just, get you to get beat by King's Blood and then,
Oh my God, King's Blood. I still see his feet like crawling over the fence, like, see you later. Running off. Shout out to King's Blood. I don't know what happened to that motherfucker. Hopefully he's still alive. But hey, we got to give a shout out to everybody watching this live, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, tell everybody to. Over 500 likes already on the show. We can't see the fucking dislikes because YouTube's stupid. But as Nano said last week, we know who's getting all those dislikes on their crappy videos, and I don't give a fuck if they apologize. I know they only apologize because they ran out of options because the other shit wasn't working. Fuck them. So again, hit the like button.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. Hit the like button, tell a buddy or two. And of course, let a friend know about the show. We do appreciate it. Subscribe, support all these guys on the panel. Shout out to everyone in the super chat. Chinook Guy, the latest of which says, I think Everwild would shine if it was a mix of Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy. Whoa. That is very different from where they're going with it. But he says, make it about protecting the environment and animals.
Pretty sure it's gonna be about
shooting poachers. He's like, I got this animal headshot. Fuck you.
Making about headshot and poachers.
Headshot and poachers. We wanted to be peaceful and shit, but
yeah, I just unlocked a new anti-material rifle. It can take out 2-3 poachers in one shot. It's real good. Chinook Guy, that's an interesting idea though, man. I like that perspective. At least you're bringing something different, to the table. I've not heard that before, so do appreciate
it,
brother.
Fun. Just make the goddamn game fun. That's all you need to do. It's just like if it's a fun game and you got a cool gameplay loop and it tests well, then fine, that's good. Because like I said, man, they test a lot. So
for every gameplay loop. It's all about the
it.
gameplay loop.
I think they just need to give everybody M60s in that game and just let them run. Let them run wild. Ever wild.
They're down to that.
M16.
Like I said,
you could play as a poacher or a person that stops them. The poacher's just sitting there killing animals.
You could pick up like stuff off the ground, like with a little pick up loose paper and stuff that's on the ground.
Oh my God, recycle.
Yeah, recycle. On the side of the road.
There's the Bambi that's hitting the thing for shampoo. Dealer shooting it.
That Bambi game, I think I saw. I think it came out. I don't know. I saw like a big ad. I thought for it.
Headshot, bitch.
The infamous E3 Bambi game. Dear.
Hey, shout out to Bambi headbutting Xbox so better vending machine. I remember other motherfuckers was damage controlling that E3. Gaming is for everyone. It's always been for everyone. You're just now saying it now because you fucking were told to by Xbox. But at the end of the day, they came back the next year, and then the one after that, they learned because of, everybody here, everybody in the chat that spoke up said, look, this ain't it, Chief. And they came back with some strong stuff, man. Seriously, though. So gaming is for everybody, but we're not everybody.
And speaking about that, everybody's different. We all like different types of games, genres, whatever. And that's the thing. I look at Xbox now and their catalog and what's about to come out and what's coming out in the future. They have such a big, diverse group of games. Like there's so many different types of games coming out that they have. And I think that there's just more variety there than their competition.
I feel like that was something people used to say about Sony, not realizing that the variety came from third parties that just weren't on Xbox. But yeah, Microsoft by far have far more variety.
Yeah, first party is having more variety. And that is what I'm really looking at Xbox, and it's opening my eyes, and I'm going, wow, they've got all this stuff lined up. And the competition, it's going to come to a point where Sony is going to be kind of gasping for breath when it comes to just keeping up with all the games that are going to be dropping in Game Pass,
Well, Danny Passion says the new xCloud feature is called Clarity Boost.
And by the way, that is not That is not a fanboy talking point. That is the truth. What I'm saying.
That's
It's
fanboy
gonna
shit,
come to a
Fonz. It's
point-
toxic.
Oh,
Yeah.
that clarity point, I believe, if I'm correct from what I was reading, I believe there's some AI stuff involved with it.
Explain this to me, D-Batch.
I you know what? I don't want to. I gotta read it. I don't want to give any false information, but I think it has something to do with
Oh.
the AI and the clarity of the image through through.
So they're using AI
through the
to
cloud.
make xCloud images even better.
I think so. I gotta read up on it, but I'm pretty sure that's what I glossed over. I believe Stadia has something similar in effect as well.
Hey, shout out to Lady Foxfire. We gotta get you on the show, man. Seriously, if you ever want to do the show, let me know. $5 super chat. Thanks to her. She does say thanks for keeping it real and, of course, keeping it funny, entertaining. She says shout out to everyone who plays games, not drama. Fox emoji, thumbs up emoji. Shout out to you. Thank you very much. Nightwolf. Hey, it's been a minute, brother. Shout out to Nightwolf. He says, I know we have Starfield, but I would have loved Rare to come out with a space version of Sea of Thieves. That's actually not a bad idea. At least then
Space pirates, bitch.
there would be an example or at least an explanation for no fish. And then he does say your own spaceship crew. That would be really cool, actually, Nightwolf. That's actually really
We're
really
already
good
getting
idea.
that with Bethesda, so
I think that's what
another
this
big
is. Yeah, I think
space
this is what
game.
Starfield is a little bit. Nightwolf.
It's
Fuck
more
me,
realistic.
Nightwolf. Nightwolf. I'm
Nightwolf.
sorry, sir. All right, I'm multitasking. Shout
He'll
out to you, though.
DM you and tell you how to say his name.
Yeah, he'll DM me and tell me how to read. But yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to everyone watching the show. We're gonna get out of here, go eat, and play some games, and I will be putting out more videos starting this week. It's the after the Thanksgiving break. This RDX is kind of the restart point for me. Room's all set up. Everything's good, Fonz. Everything sounds great,
It sounds
Fonz.
good. Hey, your audio sounds nice and crisp. There's no backslap. There's no reverb.
You
No
sound like
verb.
Sounds
shit.
great.
See,
sound like
shit,
shit.
sound like shit, motherfucker. You know
You
what I'm
can't even say motherfuckers' names
Hey,
right.
hey, you know
Can't
what?
read.
Hey, you know what? Was Alker sound like shit for 8 months on the show? Didn't even know it.
I didn't because I'm an idiot.
We kept telling him, but chat. I don't know. It's just one of those things. What had happened was, there was only pigs and chickens to hunt in the game, and they thought there was more, but they thought there was much more, chat. But there just
You
wasn't.
can cook them pigs and chickens now, bitch.
You can cook them now. Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
if you
Such a
shoot
big
them, you can
update.
cook
Now you
them.
can cook those pigs and chickens.
And then if you
You
leave it on
stand
the
up
frying pan for too long, your shit burns down.
Oh my god.
Exclusive.
I would do that to people. Leave shit cooking.
Hey, chat, let us know what you think about that. Hit the like button if you haven't. Tell everybody or two about the show. Shout out to almost 1,200 people already joined us tonight. We do appreciate it. Such trying times of things to play on Xbox. That many of you still showed up. We do appreciate it. Thanks to everyone that shows up after the fact as well. You're amazing. Everyone check the links down below for the Patreon. That will update in a few days. So if you haven't, check that out. I am going to be doing more stuff with that. Again, I got some plans. I won't say them because then that just means it's going to push back further. And as always, support the guys here on this channel. Fantastic panel members. And give them a sub. Subscribe here if you haven't. Hit the bell icon as we do give D-Batch his proper outro. D, what have you been playing, brother? And where can people find you?
I've been playing Halo Infinite. I've been playing a lot of Halo Infinite, actually. I'm also playing a lot of the Switch, man. I've been playing, I believe it's new Super Mario Brothers, and I've been playing Metroid. And I've just been having a blast just getting back to playing games, man, to be honest with you. Like I've said, I've kind of took a little bit of a hiatus with my son being born. So it's just good to be playing games again. You can find me on Twitter at D_Batch, and of course on YouTube at DBatch. Hopefully later this week, we should have some Xbox Series X consoles launching. I'm expecting a Halo Edition one final drop. So I'll hopefully tweet that out later on this week. It was a great show. Enjoy gaming, man. It's a season for gaming. Everybody enjoy gaming. Enjoy being here. A lot of us are no longer here.
Enjoy your gaming.
A lot of us are no longer here. What's going on with the world today? So just enjoy life. Just enjoy gaming, and just be good to people, man.
Yeah, Luca called me. Luca called me before the show. The Ashton Lucas. She'll probably be on next week. And she was telling me about someone in the community that had passed recently, and it's a very real thing. So appreciate the little things. That's what I always say. Enjoy your family and call your mom and tell her hi and shit. The stuff you forget. If you're like me, you forget, and you really shouldn't. There's no excuse. So just do it. Tell her RDX podcast says hi. Bonzarelli, what have you been playing, and where can people find you?
Well, I've been playing tic-tac-toe tag with my friends. No, actually, I've been playing Mad Max. Yes, that old game, Mad Max. I believe it's at 120 frames per
You might want to
second.
look that shit up. That seems a little excessive.
Yeah, but anyway, whatever it is, it's nice and smooth, and it's such a great game. It's criminally underrated. I feel like this game should have got a sequel. It's so fun.
It really
anyway,
is. It's like a 6 out of 10 GameSpot gave it, man. Pissed me off.
Yeah, and I've got about 25 hours into it, and I'm just having a blast with it. I'm not even halfway through the game because I like collecting stuff in the game and doing all the stuff that you can do, all the forts, take them out, and loot.
This is the way you use your car to rip the doors off of these bunkers and stuff, right?
Yeah. It's got great combat mechanics both in the car and outside of it. I mean, again, criminally underrated. I don't understand how this game got 6 out of 10. It's insane. But anyway, I also made a video up on my channel, Fonzarelli Gaming. Please check it out. Starfield video. Just put it out today. I really spent a lot of time on it, but it's pretty much dead now. But you guys can bring it back to life, damn it. So check it out. Share it out if you like it. There's a lot of silly bits in there. Catch them because I think they're well worth it and funny. Zocker missed it. But anyway, when he watched my video, apparently he missed the bits. But anyway, you can find me there. And also, I will have my Games Talk Live this Sunday. I'll be back with another guest. I don't want to say who because last time I said who it was, they failed on me. They didn't come through, and I don't want to do that again. But anyway, I do have a guest lined up for this weekend. It should be very fun. It's a great guest, and I'll see you guys there.
Ooh-wee.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Mad Max, I always say it. Now the FPS boosted, especially 1080p, at least 60, right? I mean, that game
at
is...
least they're saying 120.
It really did get boosted 120. That's crazy, man. It's back compat.
And look,
Series X is 120, Series S is 60.
God, that's fucking pretty awesome.
Here's what's crazy though, because it's a pretty big open world, right? It's a big Far Cry map. My son was walking by and he was watching me play it. He looked at it and he goes, "That's the smoothest looking game I've seen." And I was like, and I never told him it was 120. I said, "This is 120 frames." I was in the middle of combat and he was like, "That combat just looks super smooth." And I'm like, "Yep, that's what 120 frames will do."
So you're actually seeing it because you're not running through a capture card or anything, right?
Yep. And it's a beautiful thing, man.
And did your son look you dead in the eyes and say, "I hopefully never get a Series S where it's only 60 frames per second"?
Oh, he'll be all right with the 60. He wants games at least 60 frames. That's all he wants. Games at least 60 frames.
Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, like I said at the beginning of the show, that's 60 frames. It still holds up pretty well. Just free updates. FPS boost is the real fucking deal. So shout out to Xbox back and Pat team and all those guys, Jason Ronald, for doing work there.
And
Also,
speaking about that, the Series S in the future with all those things that they can do with the stuff they're not using now, who knows? They could get 120 frames on games. Who knows?
and if they don't, like, nobody expected this back compat frame boost for shit. Like, we talked about it before, but we was like,
It's insane.
I don't know how the
Yeah.
fuck they would do it. I don't see that happening. And they managed to make it happen. So big shout out to Jason Ronald, those guys. Fonz, Mad Max, glad you're enjoying it, brother. Tim, what have you been playing, and where can people find you, man?
I've been playing a ton of Halo. I'm a level 6. Progression was as people complained about, was really bad. But it's a fun game, and I feel like they kind of did a good job with the progression, updating it. That's all I've been really playing, and I played long spurts of time. So I'm very happy with it, and I think Halo is back for sure. Played a little Forza too. I gotta get back to it. Love the game, but Halo for me, I'm starting to get kind of good at it. So I'm it's encouraging. So I keep going back to it. But that's pretty much it. Been working very busy. Good show tonight. Thank you to the chat for everyone for showing up. It's when you get close to Halo dropping in 2 weeks. We're almost there, and I think we're all gonna love it. But other than that, good show, and I'll see you next week.
Facts. And then we got Zocker87, brother. What have you been playing, and where can people find you?
What's up, chat? Yeah, you guys can find me on Zocker87 and at Zocker87 on Twitter. Yeah, I just been playing. I've been playing a lot of games, man. I kind of been in like a funk where I'm trying to decide what to play, but I'm just waiting for Halo at the end of the day. It comes out next week on the 8th. I can't wait. I just want to play, get into it, and just beat the shit out of that game and have a good time doing
I'm
it.
with you.
I've been playing a lot of Halo multiplayer. I have over 20 hours in it. I think I'm level 10 or 11. The progression was kind of meh. I enjoyed the new event that they had. I got that samurai, that samurai costume or whatever skin from doing that. It's fucking cool looking, so I have that. But yeah, I've been looking into Witcher 3. I've been playing Dragon Age Inquisition and Fallout 4. I think, me and Dealer talked about this. He told me, he's like, start with Fallout 4, then go to Witcher. So I'm thinking I'm going to do that. Started Fallout last night, got into the open world and, into the wasteland. So yeah, then Halo. So yeah, this Christmas break, I want to just play a shit ton of like big games that I kind of missed, like a Fallout. I didn't play Fallout 4.
What do you think about that FPS boost in Fallout?
It's actually pretty good. It runs really smooth, and that's the thing. And it's right there. It actually was crashing in the beginning.
Really?
Which was weird. Yeah, it actually was crashing. I was like, why is it doing this? And I don't know. It was a Series X thing.
Did you have a mod installed or anything?
No. I haven't put any mods on it. I didn't put anything. Like, that's the thing. I don't put mods when I play through those games in the beginning, and I do it later. So I tried it on the actually, the funny thing is I went to go test it on the PC too, and it was crashing there too. I think it might just be something with the Xbox store. So it was kind of like, I was like, what the fuck? So I think it's just something with the settings I have to look into. But yeah, that game looks insane. So I'm looking forward to playing that. But yeah, that's all. Thanks everybody for coming, and yeah, let's play some fucking games, man.
All right. I like that quote. Hey, big shout out to Dark CMF says Mushroom Quest Mushroom Quest and Savior are good for a little thinking and killing some time. Can't I don't know about 10,000 in a single month though, but good for killing time. Shout out to you. Lord Starkiller. Shout out to you once more, brother. He says great show, RDX. Hit the thumbs up. Time to watch Warriors at Suns. Thanks, RDX. That's going to actually be a good game.
Yeah.
What, Suns on 16-17 win streak? Warriors, Steph Curry, what did you say more? No?
Warriors, number one ranked team in the league. Fuck yeah. Go Warriors, baby.
Calm down. You're not on the bench, Zauker. Stop it.
I'm right there with them.
We always do that.
I just found out LeBron has the pandy, man.
God
Who gives
damn
a
it.
fuck about LeBron?
Yeah, he has the pandy.
Little crybaby bitch.
Hey,
Moving on.
look, chat. You can find Zauker's hating ass of Zauker87 on Twitter.
Damn right you can.
He basically hates anybody who's ever defeated Steph Curry because he's been riding Steph's little sack for years now.
Hey,
Wait,
hold up.
Is that your team?
Warriors are my team. Yeah, I went to one of their championship games, bro, when they first won it.
They confused your head for the basketball, threw you through the hoop.
Hell yeah, they did. That's how I won. I was like, I'm contributing.
All right, this has gotten stupid beyond stupid.
It does.
Hey, shout out to everyone watching live, guys. Still 800 plus here. Listen to us be complete morons. If you haven't considered the like button to support everybody here once more, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll be making videos, as I've said before, this week and moving forward, kind of back on task. Got the office padded out and everything built out perfectly. I've been playing everything. I mean, everything. I've already beaten Halo Infinite. As you guys know, if you watched the show before, I've already beaten the campaign. Got a preview video up on it. Last week, I already put up on the campaign. No real spoilers there, you know. I mean, there's some stuff there. If you want to know it, you can click on it, check it out. Shout out to everyone who has watched it. Shout out to everyone that supports the show, makes it what it is. Add me at ii_dealer_I on Xbox Live, at dealer_gaming on Twitter. And of course, here on YouTube. And again, we do appreciate it. I say it a lot because I mean it. Let us know your thoughts in the chat, in the comments. And shout out to everyone who supported the show, man. You guys are amazing. Go play some games, have some good times. Shout out to the mods, Boss Law, Lethal Papa, Dreadpool, Obi-Wan, Xbox Obi, and of course, people like Philly Eagle and Mr. Orange, only on Xbox, Bud the Cyborg, Splendiferous, and yeah, KTJ Gaming for showing up and doing your thing, brother. Do appreciate it. We're out.
Later, everybody. Have a good one.
Hit the like button. Do it.
Ooh-wee.